Hello, Gary Crowley here with step 3 of foot pain relief. And in step 3 we're going to do 3 things. We're going to release your outer lower leg all the way from up here all the way down to here, all that soft tissue. We're going to release your inner lower leg, all that soft tissue in there, because both of those, a lot of those muscles in here, they come down and they attach in the bottom of your foot here, and that's what allows you to twist and move your foot, because these muscles up here are doing that. But sometimes these muscles get tight and they yank on the attachment, so you feel it way in the bottom of your foot, but it's coming from way up here. So so those are the first 2 things we're going to do, and then we're going to do a wonderful calf stretch just to make sure all this isn't inappropriately being yanked on by your big strong calf muscle. So that's what we're going to do here. So the first one, the outer lower leg release, you can do one of 2 ways. You can cross your leg over so your ankle's hanging off, or you can put your ankle kind of on your thigh, and you can, if your ankle's on your thigh, you're mostly going to be doing a press pull release on all this upper lower leg muscles here. If you hang it off, you can do a little more press hold move. Although this motion's a little tricky for some people to get that muscle to flex. When you get down here a little bit, personally I like that ankle hanging off here, so I can get hand on hand way in that lower part of this muscle on the front of my shin, my tibialis anterior, but also the muscles underneath it. It's kind of what I want. When I feel those toes flex and when I do my whole foot, I just want to make sure there's no tender spots in there. And then for your inner part of your leg, you know, most of this stuff, it's a little tender here usually, but especially when you get down here, you get your kind of the deep muscles, a lot of which connect in here. You just want to make sure all that, so you can move your foot around, you can wiggle your toes, just feel that, make sure that's not really too tender. Now there's a good tender spot for me. So one of these muscles is probably just working a little harder from whatever I'm doing out there in life. And if that got too tight and it yanked on that attachment right there, then I'd feel it there, but the problem would be up here. And I'm tempted to use my thumbs on this inner part of my thigh, and I'm mostly just doing kind of circles with my foot, just to try to figure out what's tight in there, getting this foot to work. And again, it tends to be a little nervy right about there anyway. But especially this lower, probably 5 or 6 inches, is really important. And that, along with all this stuff on the outside that you found. Okay, so I'm sorry, the outer part of your, so I'm now on basically the outer part of your lower leg. I forgot to tell you, you probably want, you get in there with your thumbs and you move that around. Boy, that's some good stuff there, especially on, at least on me. But that's the equivalent of doing this on the inside, is I'm basically getting my thumbs in that outer part. And again, this stuff, a lot of it attaches down the bottom of my foot where it could hurt. So that, I'm going to have to keep doing this one, because this is actually pretty tight and could be a problem down the road for me. So that's some good stuff right there. But I'm doing basically press hold move. Press pull release is okay. Press hold move seems to really be getting some release in this tissue. So you got to pay attention. There it goes. Just let go. Okay, cool. So that's what we're doing. We're doing the whole outer lower leg, and you know, so you do this for a while, but then switch it to sneak under this way. Then we do the inner part mostly with your thumbs, and now finally we're going to stretch your calves. And after you stretch your calves, at the end of step 3, you want to reassess. You want to notice what steps and what techniques in each step seem to give you the most release, what techniques in each step maybe need a little more work, and just so you know for the future, if you need it again, what seem to be the real magic spots to relieve your pain. So I look forward to hearing how it goes. And here's your calf stretch. Thanks. Gary Crowley here with a calf stretch for you that you've probably seen many times, but I'm just going to add one little thing that will probably make it hopefully much more effective for you when you're trying to release your calf muscles. Basically what you want to do is find a stair or a staircase, but you just need one stair, and like you've seen many times before, you just want to very gently being the key word, put the weight in the ball of your foot here, right where my Nike stripe is, and then just let that heel drop. And when you let it drop, you sit there for a minute, feel that tension in your calf, and then the thing that seems to help a great deal is if you then engage that calf muscle and you bring that heel with your body weight on this leg still, bring that heel back up to level with your toes. Do not do a calf raise because that's just going to tighten your calf too much. But come back to the level of your toes, make that heel and toes at the same level, and then gently drop back down again. You'll feel that calf is a little bit freer from doing that. Sit here for another 5 or 10 seconds, gently engage that muscle so that your toes and heel are level again, drop back down again. You'll find that that tension has reduced even more. Do it again, it goes even more, and pretty quickly that tension will be out of your calf. And if it's a little stubborn, take a break, do the other side, same thing, gently, slowly. Let your brain focus on that tension in your calf, then engage that muscle. Then slowly drop back down. It's already half again just from me doing that. Stay there for 5 or 10 seconds, engage it, come back down. Now that calf is completely let go. There's a little more left on the right. So I'm just going to gently engage it. Come back up. Down, and now my calf is basically, there's no tension I can feel in there anymore. So that is the basic calf stretch. And what you really want to do is do it gently, do it slowly, only raise your heel to the level of your toes. You don't really want to do a calf raise. But if you do that gently and slowly, a few reps, you'll find the tension just kind of leaves your calf much more quickly than any other calf stretch I've found anyway. So just make sure to do it gently. Thanks, and I look forward to hearing how it goes.